Thank you for joining us at Growing Home Acres. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow our videos. Today I am making angel food cake. Sarah made ice cream yesterday and had a bunch of egg whites left over. Although I'm going to need 4 more egg whites because she only had 8 and I need 12. So this is the recipe that I'm using right here. I did use it before. You can see that I had a note on it to cook to 45 minutes, then check, because it was still raw at 42 minutes. Because the recipe says cook 40 to 45 minutes. Now the first thing I'm doing, it says 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. My granulated sugar is organic. It is very coarse. It's very large grains. So I am putting it in the Vitamix and I'm going to grind it up. It says to pulse it until it's powdery. So I pulsed it some already. You can see it does look kind of powdery. I'm going to take my spatula and mix it up. I could have used the plunger from the Vitamix, but I prefer to look at it and see how it is. So, let's see. Oh, that's getting pretty powdery. I'll pulse it a few more times and then it should be done. Okay, so the recipe calls for 1 3/4 of sugar that you powder in your, I do use the Vitamix, so that's 1 3/4 sugar. And I might have said it wrong before. I might have said 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. That's the cake flour. But I don't have cake flour. I don't even think I have all-purpose flour. So I am using my bread flour. And you can make bread flour into cake flour according to my baker daughter, Sarah, using cornstarch. So I put 1 cup of the bread flour in here and then 2 tablespoons of the cornstarch in here. And then I will whisk that up, and that will give me my 1 and 2 tablespoons. But I just need to, I don't know if I need to reserve the 2 tablespoons. I'm going to have to read the recipe better. But I'm mixing my, you will find my finger in a lot of my videos because I'm right-handed and the camera's on the left side. Although I could put my pop socket out, I guess. But I find that very awkward. But I will try and do that. But that's why you find my finger in a lot of my videos, because I'm holding it with my left hand and that's where the camera is. Okay, then the recipe also calls for cream of tartar, 1 1/2 teaspoons, which I've already put in here, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, which I put in here. I have my 4 extra eggs that I'm going to need to separate for the egg whites, and then I'll give the yolks to Sarah and she'll make some more ice cream. And now it does say large eggs. We have just various eggs from our chickens. So, and then I have to do 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so I have separated my 4 eggs. I will put a lid on that. And that will go to Sarah. We'll go in the refrigerator and she'll come over and get it. There's my 4 egg whites. There's my shells. Now, because we have farm fresh eggs, we do not refrigerate them. And I make sure to wash them before I use them. We do not wash them until we are ready to use them because it'll wash the bloom off. So this will go in our compost. So the recipe did say, I had not read through the whole recipe originally. So it did say to remove 1 cup of the sugar and set that aside. So that's what that is. So right now it says I have to pulse 5 to 10 times the sugar, the flour, and the salt mixture to aerate it and make it light. In the meantime, I have the eggs that Sarah gave me in my oven with the light on. Now she thought the light makes it too warm, but they're still pretty cold. So I had put the light on, warmed it up a little bit, then turned the light off and put the egg whites in there to get them to room temperature because they had been in the refrigerator. And they're still kind of chilly, so I now turned the light on while I'm doing this other stuff. All right, so I whisked my salt. That's my cream of tartar. I whisked. Does anybody else have the problem where they just don't have enough counter space? I mean, not to mention all the junk. I just dumped some of my stuff. Okay, now that I cleaned up what I dumped, and because I had cleaned the counter off good, I just put it on a paper plate and put it back in there. I am going to pulse this 5 or 10 times, I think it said. I had unplugged it from before. Okay, so we'll turn it on. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put this thing in there. That should be good. I'm going to count that as pulsing 10 times. Okay, so I whipped the cream of tartar and the egg yolks together for 1 minute, and now I'm going to be adding the cup of sugar and turning it on medium high. So I'm turning it on number 6, and I'm putting the sugar in. So now I'll be whipping for 5 to 6 minutes until we get soft peaks. It's 10:01 on my clock right now, so I'll just keep a loose eye on that. So at 6 or 7 after, I should be getting the peaks. Once that's done, I'm going to add the vanilla, which is here. And then they want me to sift the flour mixture into there. I'm going to sift it into the bowl and slowly put it in there, I think, because otherwise I'm going to have a mess. So I haven't decided on that yet, but we'll see. I would say that's soft peaks. Now, mind you, I've only made this twice. I love angel food cake, but I've only made it twice. So I'm considering that soft peaks. So the next, I am going to lock it. Turn it on. Add the vanilla. When I pour vanilla, when I measure it out, I don't mind if I overpour a little bit. Okay, now when I add the flour mixture, I'm not going to be able to do this with you watching because I need 2 hands. I'm just going to fold. I've already sifted it in here. I'm hoping there's a few little chunks, but they went through the sifter. There's a few little chunks from my coarse sugar. Hope that's okay. And I'm going to fold it in, and it says to fold it in 3 different sections or times. So you want to add it very slowly. Do not add it all at once because you'll deflate your egg mixture. And I'm going to do this with this rubber spatula. I just wanted to show you, this is my first folding in of the flour. Look how nice and stiff my egg mixture looks. I And you just want to fold it in. Don't mix it. Okay, and this is the pan you want to use for angel food. See how this comes out? If I remember correctly, this recipe does not make a full pan. So I'm going to have to look for another recipe. I think it only makes part of it. But we will see. And in the meantime, I now have the dogs in here. Storm's coming, so this one is a big scaredy cat. So she will lay by my feet. But anyways, I have it preheated to 325. Okay, so I scraped all the batter out of there, into there, and tried to make sure I got whatever I got on the edge off. Got it into there, and then you just shake it like this until it goes down. Kind of smooth the top a little bit, but just keep shaking this until it goes down. And I will be putting it in the oven for, well, it says 40 to 45 minutes. I will cook it to 45 minutes and then check it. Yeah. It may be different because I have a convection, I'm sorry, not a convection. I do have a convection oven, but anyways, I have an induction oven. I am not cooking it on convection. I'm just cooking it regular bake at 325. And the temperatures do, with the induction, the temperatures do change a little bit. So, or not temperatures, but the time can be a little bit different. So we'll see. Okay, the cake is done. It went for a little over 45 minutes, like 45 and 30 seconds or 46 minutes. And I already checked it. You can see the holes in it from the toothpicks, and it came out clean. And then it says to flip it over and leave it for 3 hours. I have to work today, so I did all this before I have to work. And so Sarah's going to come over and she'll take it out and show you what it looks like. And she'll probably eat a piece before I ever get any. And my husband probably will too. They better save me some, because I could eat a whole cake. Not in one setting, but in a couple of days. My husband's shaking his head. Okay. Thank you.
So Mom had to go to work, and she recorded making her angel food cake, but it had to sit for 3 hours before it could be unpanned. So I'm over here 3 hours later, and I'm going to unpan it, and then I'm also going to take an unpanning tax, which will be a small piece of the angel food cake for Jack and I, as he's trying to get into the kitchen cabinets. So here goes. Let's see how this goes. So in theory, I'm supposed to take this knife, scrape it around the outer edge, and then pop the pan out. We'll see how well I do. So here it is. And all the way down. This pan is actually a very old pan. I don't know if it was my grandmother's or my great-grandmother's. So I ran it around the edge. Now, oh, it did work. Ta-da! There we go. I don't know if I keep So while I'm doing this, I assume I'm supposed to do it to the whole thing. I am trying to make sure that my knife stays pushed to the pan and not, oh, there we go. And there we go. Angel food cake. I did have a little bit stick to the bottom because I didn't keep. You can see the watermelon rind. This is our compost thing. It usually gets taken out every day. But let's see. I'm going to cut into this. Well, I don't think you can get my head in the video also. I don't know if Mom said she had a bunch of egg whites because I had made ice cream the other day. I didn't really follow a recipe for the ice cream. I mean, I looked up a base and then kind of did my own thing. So if it turns out, I'll record that also. I used raw milk and raw cream that we get. So here it is. It looks delicious. Bubba, you want a piece? He can be our taste tester. Is that yummy? Is that Bubba? There's Bubba on there. Did you like it? The watermelon, you can't have that one. I'll cut a piece and we'll take a piece of watermelon home. Is this yummy? Yeah, you like it? I think it's a winner. Yeah, that's us. Is it delicious? It's very good. So it was a success. She's got some leftover egg yolks now. So I know. Do you want more? So she's got some leftover egg yolks. So I'll probably make ice cream again this week. And then we will probably be playing this back and forth. I'll end up with a few extra egg whites. So she's going to have to make more cake and vice versa. So yeah. Thank you for watching Growing Homemakers. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos if you're enjoying what we're doing on the homestead. I know, Bubba. I'll give you more in a second. Oh. Okay, I know it is yummy. There you go. And we will see you later. Bye. A little after note. Angel food cake is absolutely delicious. Don't get me wrong. But my favoriteest part is that crunchy little top that it gets. You kind of have to scrape it on the edges, and it doesn't really get it as much on the side. I don't know if you can hear that. It's not super hard, but it's just got a little crustiness to it. Really is absolutely delicious. All right. See you later. Bye.